Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are back with a very interesting reading. We are going to ask Spirit what the singles who are seeking love right now, what do they need to know? And so I was guided to do this reading because I see that so many people responded to my love readings, which I wouldn't say would be the focus of my channel. Love is as an idea, but not necessarily love predictions of intimacy and romance. So I was trying to find a bridge between sort of what the collective at large would like, but also that's within alignment with what I can offer in my own authenticity. And so what I intend for this reading is really to help you guys understand or know any information or any insights about your current life that may be inhibiting or keeping you in a position that is not allowing love to come in. And that can happen for so many reasons, way beyond what I could even come up with. But some may be things like subconscious beliefs, these core beliefs that you're not even aware that you have, that often stem from childhood dysfunctions, traumas, issues, poor reflection from parental figures, so you don't know who you are, what you hold dear, what are your values. It could even extend as far back as past lives, karmic bleed through. It can be from entities and attachments. It could be from not being very clear about what you desire, not feeling worthy enough or not deserving enough of love, and so on and so forth. So what I would like this reading to do is to help you guys really begin to ask those questions and answer the call to who you are, what you value, what you want to call in, and really begin to embody that which you desire to pull in. I don't know exactly what I will get today, but I will do my best to get as much information as possible to help you guys open more and more and more to the love that you so desire. And my readings are about pure love, the highest love that you can possibly bring in. So with that being said, we have three beautiful piles today with three beautiful crystals. The first message with the first pile has the strawberry quartz point, I should say, strawberry quartz point. The second pile with the second message has the angel aura quartz point. And the third message with the third pile and crystal, the lepidolite point. So take a moment, tune into your intuition, your higher self, and just ask, which pile with which message holds the highest and best message for me at this point in my life? Because you might come back to this reading in a year from now and choose a different crystal with a different message. So as always, the timestamps are down below, and I will see you at your reading. Welcome, group number 1. So we are going to take a deep grounding breath together. You can join if you would like. Grounding into Mother Gaia, calling on Mother, Father, God, Source to please channel through me the highest and best messages for the collective that chose pile number 1. Please allow me to see, hear, know very clearly what they need to know about love, anything relevant to them, bringing in the highest, most exalted form of romantic love into their lives now. Thank you so very much for your guidance. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so group number 1, you chose the strawberry quartz. Very interesting stone, the strawberry quartz. It has a lot of the same qualities as rose quartz. Let me just note for a moment that I'm feeling a bit breathless. So some of you might feel a little ungrounded, a bit destabilized as of recent. And when we're feeling a bit destabilized, it can be very hard to bring in sacred, consistent, committed love. Let me just ground for a moment. Please take a deep breath if you feel so called. I'm hearing solar plexus, so some of you might feel out of alignment a little bit with your personal power. Okay. So, with the strawberry quartz, this holds a lot of the same qualities as rose quartz. It is a stone of love. It is a stone of calmness, of serenity with regards to love. But because it has more of this like crimson color, this deeper red, it also resonates with the root chakra. The root chakra being at the base of the spine. I'm starting to clear, you guys, so we're doing some healing as we're channeling here. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Wow, there's like a lot of like really heavy energy, you guys, so just give me 1 second. There's a lot that wants to be cleared for you guys so that love can come in, okay? So with the root chakra, there is this feeling of lack of being fully rooted in your sense of yourself, of your identity perhaps, or with your connection with the earth perhaps. There's something imbalanced in the lower toroidal field, the lower energetic field, that might be the reason why you were drawn to the strawberry quartz. Okay, so there's a strong desire in this group for love, but there might be some kind of imbalance at the root chakra, and we will start to see what that might be. Yeah, so they're showing me like the energy is being drawn upward. So a lot of your energy is being pulled upward, where some of it might need to be pulled into the lower toroidal field and to be more grounded in the body. Yeah, that might have been why I felt a little dizzy just there and a little breathless, because you guys seem to have an energy that gets pulled upward. Okay, I don't remember the card so well, but I think it had something to do with this message. So let me just reveal the first card. Lightbringer, candle quartz. Yes, okay. They're giving me a few different messages. So this group might be a group that has a blown open crown chakra. A blown open crown chakra, which might mean that you have a lot of ease in connecting with the higher realms. But there is a polarized experience within which you walk in this life, that a lot of your energy is in the upper energy centers. Okay, the throat, not as much the throat, but the third eye and the crown, and maybe even your eighth, your soul star chakra. So you bring a lot of light into the world, and you shine your light out. Oh, okay, so they're giving me a few different messages. Okay, so I'll just follow their lead. I'm just going to go in that direction. So, and then we'll get back to the root. Wow, this is like super powerful energy, you guys. So in bringing light in, being the light bearers that you are and the light bringers that you are, your energy fields sort of like expand outward. Okay, so you've got this blown out crown chakra, like so open to the higher realm, which funnels in a tremendous amount of light and then blows out your auric field. I'm getting a big yes on this, you guys, which shows energetically on the planet as someone who is very generous with their energy. Okay, you're the kind of souls that when you just walk down the street, you're healing things all the time. Okay. Now, the problem is that you want to bring in love, but your energy signature is to move energy out. Okay, so even when you're asking for love, your energy has an affinity to go outward. Like, yes, it's just this constant energy of moving out, moving out. So, what I'm seeing for you guys in helping to bring in love is to call your energy back in. As much as you guys are gifted in this way, you're actually not meant to expend and expel and be this generous with your light. Okay, because there isn't enough balance, like they said at the beginning. So what you might like to do is imagine your auric field, sort of 12, inches or more, the width of your arms out of your field and pull it in. See the field around you and pull it in. This came up in one of my other readings. I have no idea which one. It doesn't matter right now. But if you had listened to that reading and chosen that pile, that would be an even more serendipitous message for you. Yes. So when you are asking for love, and ask, they're saying you must ask, okay? You must ask. You must imagine your auric field coming in as you ask. And I would also ask with your left palm open and your right palm facing down. Okay, so you're receiving with your left hand with your divine feminine, and your giving energy is face down into the earth. So you're grounding into the earth, and you have your left palm open and your right palm down. I would actually do this sitting on grass if you can, or on the sand. And call in your divine counterpart, your soulmate, whatever the most exalted timeline with the most exalted love exists across all time and space. Okay? And I would do this so that you're coming from a place of receptivity. And they're even showing me that in your body, if you can soften your body a bit, like your body even feels quite tense, right? Because you're not in your physical bodies that much, this group. You're so far out in the crown and in the 8th chakra. You've got to sort of call your energy back. I would call it back through the crown so it goes in your body, but also in your auric field, I would bring it in. It's very interesting even that this crystal grid only has crystals sort of in a short way at the top and at the bottom. It's not blown out. It's sort of like the auric field of this crystal grid is quite small. So I think there's something in that for you as well. Now, they're telling me to go to the strawberry quartz. There's a great importance for you to envisage the 3 lower chakras alighting. And I would do this very slowly, and I would do it one by one. So you could do this while you're doing this meditation outside, okay, with the left palm open and the right one facing down. Imagine your root, which might be denoted by a red color, turning on as if you were turning like a dimmer switch all the way up. Yeah, that's how you can see it. Another way, if it resonates with you, would be like a red flower opening. Okay, they gave me a yes for the flower, so that might resonate more with some of you. The light seeming a little bit unnatural, they're saying. Okay, so maybe a flower opening, like a rose or a lotus flower. Rudolf Steiner, a famous esotericist, the creator of anthroposophy, denoted the chakra system in lotus flowers. So we might defer to him in that regard and see them as lotus flowers. So, followed by the root, you can see the sacral chakra, being the chakra of the emotional self, of the sexual self, of the sensual self, okay? Denoted by the color orange. You might see an orange lotus flower slowly opening. And now the root, the chakras run through the back, so you can see them through the back as well. The sacral is just below the belly button, okay? The root being at the base of the spine, circling under to the perineum area. Then the solar plexus chakra, which is merely just above the belly button, I would say, in that area, denoted by a bright yellow color, which is the I am consciousness or your personal sense of power. okay, a yellow lotus flower opening. And then you would see those these energy vortices turning. And as they turn, they're moving energy up the body and into the heart chakra, which is right in the center of your chest, denoted by a bright green color or a deep green color. Okay? And then you can continue to see the energy moving up the higher chakras, but you really want to focus on, they're showing me like very bold, deep colors in these energy vortices, in these energy centers. Okay? So that was a lot of advice and guidance from Spirit for you guys, because you have tremendous light that can come across almost as if you're expelling, as if like, I don't know why they use that word, but I heard it so loudly in my head. It's like you're pushing energy away from you and out by bringing light to everything around you. Because your energy is very, very bright. Your auric field is very, very bright. Okay. Now, where to go to next? I was going to do some tarot, and I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. So let's get some spirit of the animal energies. Let's see what other energies or anything else you want to add to the current reading, Spirit, about the seekers of romantic love. Okay, romantic love here in the highest and best way for the collective who chose group pile number 1. What do they need to know to call in this love? What do they need to know? Show me clearly, please. I keep feeling like I'm getting ungrounded, you guys. It's very interesting. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got this message in another reading. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. And, oh, okay. I just heard the word destabilized, so we're not going to take those. And we have a whale spirit. I knew it. Trust the great mystery. Okay. Yes, so there is karmic bleed through from the Atlantean epoch. I know that reading just went left or just in another direction. Okay. But there's a lot of water spirit here. There's a 6 here with a 24. Okay. Which in this reading denotes a past life. And then I asked if it was Atlantis, and the whale spirit came out, which to me is Atlantis. Okay. Trust the great mystery, the 11 card, the card of mastery. Okay, let me just ask Spirit a little bit more about this. Okay, I just heard immediately, I heard the word guilt. So I'm speaking to some souls who watched their sisters and brothers drown during the Atlantean epoch and felt guilt for not being able to save them. So some of you in relationships might have a bit of a savior complex. You might attract people who are highly wounded and wanting to sort of save them from themselves or show them the way or bring that light that you have to bring them into a state of self-love and self-acceptance. And what Spirit is saying is that it's your time now to release this guilt, to release this magnetism with this electric eel here, where you're magnetizing wounded souls to rectify what you believe was your karma from this Atlantean epoch. They're saying that you've done your due diligence. I hear it so clearly. You've done your due diligence, dear ones. It's time to let go. It's time to let go. Did I just see that? I just saw the card, let go. Where did I see that? Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't want to waste your time. I just saw the card, let go. I don't remember which card it was. It was like a brown card. I don't remember now. It said time to let go, okay? So they're saying that here with you guys. Time to let go of any guilt, of any savior complex, because this is blocking you from calling in your greatest love. Yes, it is time for self-forgiveness and self-love. So what they're showing me with the blown out auric field, the blown out crown chakra, and now with this sort of magnetizing wounded souls, it's time to stop sort of externalizing and throwing out your light and your energy externally, okay? And start internalizing the light that you're bringing in for yourself, to shine the light on yourself, to bring grace. Oh, goodness, that's a big one. Grace. You need so much grace. And I can't give that to you. You must give it to yourself. You need to show yourself a bit of grace, some compassion, and a whole lot of grace. You have nothing to feel guilty for. Many of you don't even know why you feel guilt. You don't know why you keep attracting these wounded souls. And while they are illuminating that for you here, it actually doesn't matter. You don't need to understand with your 3D mind. You just need to be willing to let that go and to start focusing on your personal love, your self-love, and releasing energies that you don't need anymore. You don't need to be punished anymore. I'm seeing that some of you have felt like there's something inherently wrong with you, or there's an inherent badness about you, and this is just wrong. This is just wrong. And now I'm hearing it's time to swim through the void. It's time to swim through the void, which is this abyss, this space that is the unknown for you guys, where you don't keep magnetizing the same narrative, the same story, the same souls into your life. But you go through that space and time, the emotional waters, I'm hearing, the emotional waters. These are both water cards, okay? Maybe some of you are water signs, okay? This emotional abyss that is unknown, but you have to trust the great mystery. You have to trust the way. Some of you have to feel these emotions and let them go. They don't belong with you anymore. And to forgive and to move on and to let go once and for all. And to start trusting in the deep knowing. I'm hearing the clear cognizance, the deep knowing that you are a divine spark of pure, unadulterated love. And you have nothing but pure love to give. And to start really living in the bright light that you are and turning that light inward and showing yourself some grace and some self-love. And in all the ways they described in this reading, this will be, I'm hearing, the throughway station toward your greatest love. Okay? And with that, you guys, I'm going to close out this reading. I hope something resonated for you guys. I would so appreciate it if you comment down below and let me know. If you would like the video, that would be so appreciated. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Otherwise, they're showing me just with the 2 and the 8 here, the 10, this is a time of completion for you guys to open up a new chapter in this life for you, where you call in your greatest love, love that you have not witnessed, seen, or experienced before, one that will mirror your love of yourself. Okay? And with that, I send you so much love and I send you so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very, very good care. Welcome, group number 2. So please join me in a grounding breath and calling in spirit. Calling on Mother, Father, God, Source to please channel through me the highest and best messages for the collective that chose pile number 2. Please allow me to hear, see, know very clearly everything that they need to know about love. What do they need to know so that they can call in their greatest love now? Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, dear souls, group number 2. So we're asking Spirit, what do you need to know about love, right? Why hasn't it come in yet? What is it that you need to modify, work on, clear, let go of, build upon, refine, okay? What do you need to know? Let's get started. So you chose the Angel Aura Quartz, which actually we have on the table in raw here. So I'm just going to tune into the crystal a little bit and the meaning of the crystal, which always resonates with the reading. So, okay, so the first thing I'm hearing is that I'm speaking to very high vibrational souls. So let me just say this from one high vibrational soul to the next, because I don't believe in this idea that everyone is all the same. That is not true. On a soul level, we might all come from the same place, but we are all journeying at different levels at this point on the planet, okay? So you, my dears, are extremely high vibrational beings. And what I have found is that sometimes you need to bring the light and anchor in the light before you can bring in love. That's why a lot of high vibrational souls and star seeds don't have children, because they're meant to sort of be mothers and fathers and sort of light workers and lighthouses to so many, that they could never sort of be that to just a couple of souls. And if they are parents, they are extremely devoted to the point that it's hard for them to sort of extend more of their energy outward. So I'm here to sort of bring a message to you guys that is first one of validation. Many of you may find love at a point that is later than what you might have liked. So you might be in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s. You might have gone through a great wounding of divorce, or you are a widow and looking for love again. And therein lies many of the trials and the tribulations of the highly lighted soul. And I'm not saying that is just a given and that's just something you should expect. I'm merely here to extend some validation and some solace to what I'm guessing is a group that has been through a lot. Angel Aura Quartz, as it sounds, is an energy from the stars, okay? The way that this quartz crystal becomes iridescent like this, where there's all of these lighted metals within it, is with the exertion of high heat. So I'm hearing some of you actually might be fire signs, okay? Let me know if you're a fire sign down below. So what I'm getting with that is that some of you as souls have endured great heat. Heat being challenge, okay? Burden, I'm hearing. And through that burden, more of your multidimensional selves begins to show. And I'm getting a huge yes on that. So part of you may not actually believe that your divine counterpart exists. And I'm here to tell you that they do. Yes, they do. As unique a soul that you are, there is a divine counterpart out there that is just as unique as you are, but in a totally different way. A lot of you have been going it alone, I'm hearing, have been alone for a long period of time, or have been in a state of grief for a very long period of time. And you might not even know what love on the earthly plane even looks like, but you do know what it feels like because you are the embodiment of unconditional love. That is what the Angel Aura Quartz is, the embodiment of unconditional love. And part of your mission here is actually to bring that unconditional love to the world. So it can be very hard to call it in when you're kind of the defining souls of that vibration and of that energy. And yet it will come in. So some of this is about hope. Some of this is about reigniting hope. Not rose-colored glasses hope, but a real deep knowing that as you bring this expanded energy onto the planet, and as Earth herself expands, more and more soulmates, divine counterparts, whatever you want to call it, are coming together to unify in love and to have that love expand outward in a, like it's a double down, right? It's a, I can't think of the word, It's like double the energy. Okay. I'm seeing, they're showing me like this time frame between 2025 and 2026 is where a lot of this particular group are going to find their counterpart. They just gave me that time frame. They didn't give me one in the first group. Okay, let's look at your primary card. Okay, so you have transformation, the amethyst scepter. Okay, very interesting. Okay, and you have the 10 cards. So you're at a point of completion, you guys, okay? So there's some kind of chapter that is closing out right now where you're transforming into something entirely new. And a lot of this has to do with a perfect sort of balance between your upper toroidal field and your bottom toroidal field, where you're wholly connected in with the angelics, with the upper realms, but you're also more grounded into the earth. So it seems like some of you have been experiencing a lot of earthly challenge, a lot of earthly sort of obstacles, a lot of earthbound emotional experiences, which might have looked like anger, even violence. That's not for everyone. Grief, guilt, criticism. And this is not necessarily you. This could be the people with whom you have needed to correspond, them embodying a lot of these energies. So what my guides are showing me, and presumably your guides are showing me, that you have transformed through what I like to call a series of unfortunate events. Okay? And let me just extend my deepest empathy. And empathy, it most certainly is, not sympathy. Okay? I have lived this path alongside of you. We are a soul tribe. The transformation is happening by way of the experience of the third dimension to the nth degree. And you could not have experienced this with a partner, or if you had a partner, you had to experience what you did, which I don't want that to sound like spiritual bypassing, because I'm not here to say that that is the only reason why that happened. Certainly, there are things way beyond the scope of my understanding, or perhaps within it, that I don't know are your stories. So I don't mean to say everything went exactly as planned. I'm not really certain that that is true. But whatever the reason was, retrospectively, my guides are saying that it was all ultimately, maybe not every detail, maybe not every circumstance, but it was all to help you transform into this powerful angelic that you truly are. So that now, when you come into contact with your soul counterpart, you will see them so clearly, because you will no longer be muddied by the projected energies of the people that have been in your life. So I'm seeing that for this group, many of you are empaths, okay? And you have absorbed so much other energy, like energies that are not yours, that you were not clear what was yours and what was other people's. And so when that happens, you can actually start attracting people that are attracted to those energies that are not yours, okay? And basically go through relationship after relationship wherein you're not being treated well, where you're not being loved. And harkening back to that first channeling with the angel aura quartz, there is this energy of let me just get this very clearly, where you're sort of heated or burdened to the point where you almost don't have enough energy to expend to another person. Like, this is a group that would need a lot of resting. They're showing me the Four of Swords, which is the tarot card of rest, deep rest though, like soul rest, right? Where your transformation is very much about coming to that middle place where you can actually just be in your heart center and not be giving and giving and giving, or pulling in your energy and pulling in your energy and receding from the world, where you're able to sort of be, they're showing this to me almost like a spine, which they've showed to me before with the selenite. But it's not the energy of the angel aura quartz, but they're just showing it to me in my mind's eye, where you're stoic, but not to the point of rigidity. And you're not bending over to the point of sort of generously giving of yourself to others, but you're in your strength, right? Rooted in your identity, both on the earth and with the higher realm. And you're slowly sort of coming into this neutral position wherein you might be able to now begin receiving love in a more balanced way. So they're saying like it's a bit long, there's a bit more to go, but you're nearly there. But you're nearly there. So I want to get some information for you guys. I'm going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle, Pocket Oracle here to get some more energy about, you know, where you are at now and where are you going. You just got the Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real, which is also the number 56 here. Okay, that's very interesting. So they said like to make your own web, to make your own home, to make your own home and not allow people to sort of, they're showing me like people brushing away cobwebs and spider webs. They want your home to not be fragile. Okay. They want your home to feel strong. I'm hearing the word erected, like you've erected something that is strong and powerful, and to not be sort of pushed away as if like you're just like an insect or like a web. But like make yourself be known, make yourself be seen. They want you to create and embody, specifically with the spider spirit, they want you to embody the energy that you want to call in. They want you to embody the energy that you want to call in. So you're as empaths, a lot of you are able to do this because you can feel into other people's energies very easily, but they don't want you to feel into other people's energies. They want you to imagine the highest timeline with the most exalted love, and then see yourself in that relationship fully embodied in it, where you're not just generously giving or pulling back or retracting when the energy becomes imbalanced, but that really the person that is coming in is just as balanced as you are. And I'm seeing that the energy that you are calling in, the love that you're calling it in, is somebody who has been through the fire like you guys have. So you're calling in somebody who is your equal, somebody to build that web with, okay? The 11th path, the path of the master, okay? The 11 really does resonate with transformation for me. Oh, and they're showing it to me like you're at a 10 and you're going to the 11. Oh, I just got a yes on that. Big clairsentient yes. Thank you, Spirit. So you're closing out a cycle to bring in your mastership, which will involve love. Okay, make your dreams real, which means the embodiment of the feeling of love in this closing out of this chapter, moving into this new transformative chapter now. So, Spirit, if they do this, or when they do this, I want to say, what is going to come in? Can you show us clearly what is going to come in once they close out this transformation? Wow, look at that, you guys. A rebirth is assured. Oh man, that spirit, which really resonates for me with the hangman in the tarot. Totally being in a, yeah. So this is the way they're showing it to me. Transformation, that's where you're at now. Number 10. Moving into spider spirit, making your dreams real, right? Making your web, making yourself strong, feeling in your power, coming into your mastership. I keep getting a big hit on the word mastership, you guys. So I feel like I want to rest in that energy a bit more. So I feel like I want to ask you guys, what are you mastering right now? I feel like some of you guys are artists, like you're mastering your artistry in some way. Some of you, I just saw the Hierophant card, which to me, especially with the Angel Aura Quartz, is that you might be honing some of your spiritual gifts. So that's where your mastership is. So you are really like creating your, I'm hearing the word hearth. So it might be that you are grounding into a new home. Maybe some of you are moving. And once this is completes in some way, right? The completion is never complete, but let's say that that page turns, a rebirth is assured, a rebirth. Okay, let's get a final card on that. So with the rebirth, can you show us how this love is going to look? Ooh. The koi fish spirit. There is always enough. That's interesting because what they're really showing to me is the 3-6 here, and you're missing your 9, like the high vibrational Tesla number 369, and also how abundant fish are. So, and koi being sort of this very high vibrational fish, they're saying, oh yes, there's always enough. So they're saying like there's a lot of fish in the sea is how they're, with spirit has your back. I'll take that on the bottom of the deck there. Yeah, just like a tremendous amount of abundance coming in for you guys with this rebirth. There's always enough. Okay, so there is love out there, but it's really something magical. We do have 2 5s here, so maybe some of you resonate with the number 5 or life path number 5. Do you resonate with 55? You could drop that down below. But the moment I see 36, I know that that's 369, that there's, the spirit has your back. The universe is conspiring in the greatness of this path where love is just bound to find you. Okay? What else, spirit? They tell me just to put the cards down. Okay, let me just listen for a moment here. They're highlighting, Yeah, that's very interesting. I didn't realize that. They're highlighting that in these 3 primary cards, they're all kind of upside down. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my God, I can't hold these cards. So you see the spider's eyes are down. The bat spirit is down. The koi fish is pretty much down. They want you to really go inward during this time. But it's not a hermit spirit. Again, it's more like the hanged man. They want you to think about the way that you have experienced love in the past. And what are some of the denotations, the adjectives within which you would use to describe those experiences? That's like column A. Then they want you to, in column B, write what you want the adjectives or what you want this new love to denote. So let's say in the past there was anger, there was dysfunction, there was imbalance. On the right side, you would have balance. You would have peace. You would have power, boundaries, okay? But it's important to release the past narrative that you have of love because you guys did not get accurate reflection in the past. And it's time to really come into your mastership in all these different ways, but especially in you knowing what the purest form of love would look like for you and really delineate that. So they want you to embody it, and then they want you to send that energy out. A call, a calling spirit. And spirit does have your back here. I want to put the 5s together. Okay, I feel like they're telling me to close out the reading, albeit a few minutes early, because I feel like that's the message for you. That's the reading for you guys today. So listen, I really hope that that resonated for some of you. I hope it helped in some way. A lot of this reading was a validation on the path that you're on and to really let you know that something really wonderful is just up ahead. Okay, but really get your grounding, get your centered, yourself centered. Get yourself embodied in the energies that you want to call in. Try to see the love that you're calling in from a totally different perspective. See it in a different way. And when you do, this rebirth is most certainly assured. And you have to believe and know that there are many fish in the sea, meaning your divine counterpart is really out there. Because some of you might have lost faith or lost hope. And Spirit is saying, we've got your back. There is plenty of love out there, and the kind of love that is super high vibrational, you're bringing in your 9 to the 3-6 that you have cultivated, to this universal love that you have cultivated within yourself. You are now calling it in. I'm hearing just you wait, dear ones. Okay, so with that, I hope something resonated. Please let me know in the comments down below if that's the case. If nothing else, I would love it if you can give it a thumbs up, this video. It helps the channel grow. And subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to be a part of your tribe, and I'd love for you to be a part of mine. So sending you guys so many blessings and so much love. I look forward to the next reading. Take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. So before we begin the reading, we're just going to take a deep breath, call in spirit. Calling in divine source, Mother, Father, God, source, please channel the highest and best messages for the collective that chose pile number 3. Allow me to hear, see, know very clearly all the messages that group number 3 needs to know. When they are seeking love at this point, what do they need to know to call in their highest and best love now? Please show me very clearly. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, group number 3. So you chose the lepidolites. Beautiful lepidolite points. Starting to clear through the body now. Excuse me, there is healing going on. I heal through the body, many of you know. So, with the lepidolite here, the first thing I'm getting is emotional stability. So lepidolite really does help bring stability to imbalanced emotions. So I'm sensing that for some of you, you guys have, I'm hearing the word therapy. So some of you guys maybe have been working on feeling more aligned, feeling more calm and stabilized in your emotional selves. And well done if you've been doing that. And so some of the insight about you seeking love is about going through this period of learning how to feel really stabilized in your own emotional fields. I'm hearing that you guys have very big hearts. And so you might feel a lot. You might feel like sensitive people. And so other people's energies might rock your energetic field sometimes. And I'm hearing that some of this is also from trauma, from early life trauma. And so with the lepidolite here, and I want to just, and you can just say, I receive if you want to receive this. I would like to send the energy of the lepidolite out to this collective, whoever wants to experience it and feel it, to help bring further emotional stability and peace and calm to your heart centers. Oh, I just felt a stirring in my solar plexus. My God. Okay. So I'm also getting the sense that some of you might have been in emotionally unstable relationships previously. And part of why love hasn't yet come to you is because you need to start to feel your energy signature much more clearly, because you're still carrying some of the weightiness and I'm just feeling this sadness and this disillusionment I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit, from your previous relationships. I'm also seeing a dysfunctional relationship with a mother figure that is being rectified and cleared at this time. But some of you are needing to experience a little bit more peace, calm, centeredness, emotional stability, and getting very clear about your personal emotional signature, I'm hearing, and energetic signature before love can come into your life. And I'm seeing that many of you are already working on this. Okay, so I do feel like your love is forthcoming, which I don't say lightly. Sorry for the noise. I'm just pulling my chair up here. Oh, my heart is beating pretty fast before this reading and during this reading, so it does feel like there's a lot of urgency in this group to find love again. I'm hearing like, where is he? Where is she? Okay, where are they? And Spirit is wanting you to just trust a little while longer, which I know if I was listening to that message, I'd be like, I'm clicking off. Please don't click off. I did not give that message to the other two groups. So I do feel like your guides are offering a great deal of support in recognition for everything you have been through, both internally and between yourself and others, and that you are coming upon a time in your life of much greater serenity and peace. I kid you not, they are giving that to me very strongly. Just need to take a drink there. Okay, let's reveal the first card. Ooh, heart protection. It's crazy. It's like at the beginning, I shuffle the deck and I pull cards. I don't choose the cards myself most of the time. And I had no recollection of this card. So interesting. So with the 7 here, 7s mean a lot of different things. But the way wow, and that's so weird that there's heart protection because I felt my heart palpitating. And I promise I did not recall that this was the card. So there is like a quickening and an urgency around love for this group. I really feel like you've had enough. I'm hearing at your wit's end when it comes to love. I feel like some of you might have actually lost hope, which in some ways breaks my heart. Not just that you've lost hope, but that you've been through so much that you've arrived at a point where you've lost hope. And if I may, I would like to incite some hope in you guys. With the 7 here, to me, in this particular reading, it feels like the 7 of Swords to me. It feels like lying, cheating battles, okay, that you've endured in past lives. Oh, I wanted to say past relationships, but they just put that word in my mouth, past lives. This happened in my last reading where they just put words in my mouth. I've never experienced that before, but they're starting to do that now. Wow, talk about channeling. So there is something about this moment in time where your heart is starting to rebalance itself. And that's why I'm feeling this palpitation now, because it's like I'm hearing your heart doesn't quite know itself because I feel like it's been so wounded. And I'm hearing that your heart is returning to its crystalline structure. Your heart is returning to its crystalline structure. And if you feel like you're tearing up at this message, then this is you, my dear. Because I felt such a rise in emotion when I said that, like I feel like I want to cry. Your heart has been protecting itself for some time, and that is why love has not shown up, because part of you does not feel safe to love again. And my heart is palpitating again. It's skipping a few beats. It's actually a little uncomfortable. So I'm sensing that some of you do not feel comfortable in love in lieu of some of your past experiences. I find that it's very important for you guys to go into your heart center and call back in the energy that has been robbed from you, that has been cheated, that has been stolen from you in this life and past lives, because I'm hearing that there's some karmic bleed through from some past lives. If you don't mind, you guys, I think I might actually just tap in, because they're giving me the green light to tap into the past lives here. This came up in one of my other readings. So I'm seeing 2 people who were separated by fate in a past life. Many of you I'm hearing. This is circumstances out of your control. You might have been different races from different cultures. I'm seeing someone fall in love with, I don't want to use this word, someone who worked for them, let's say, okay? Yes. And you were separated, you were found out, and you were separated, and you made a pact with one another that your souls will find each other in another life, albeit not without challenge. Okay, so there's karmic bleed through in your earlier relationships that you've had that sort of didn't hit the mark, let's say. And so your heart has sort of, I don't want to say hardened. That's not how they're showing it to me, but there is like a shield, I would say, over your heart. So I feel like you guys might like to meditate with the energy of your heart and ask it questions like, what does it need? I feel like this group needs some heart nourishment. I just saw like a rose opening, like it wants to open, but it needs to be watered. So I see somebody like going for a massage. I'm seeing somebody getting their heads massaged. There's something about that for you guys. A lot of this purple here resonating with the crown chakra. Okay, so a lot of you might be spiritually inclined and feel very connected to your higher selves. And it's important to ask your higher selves with that connection to bring some light down into your heart and some soothing into your heart. Okay, some of you might really benefit from some rose quartz. Let me get a little rose quartz for you guys here, or one of my bigger pieces. Okay, let's bring some serenity. Wow, I mean, my heart feels very much like it's in pain, like it's struggling in there, like an arrhythmia. That's what it feels like. And they're saying the next time you feel your heart flutter, it will not be because of pain. It will be because you have found your divine counterpart. Wonderful. Okay, so part of what you need to be aware of is that you might be scared on some level or not safe to be in love again because of what you've endured. And you might need to bring in some soothing, just some nourishment to your heart center. And this can be through your bodies, because I feel like your bodies are very tense and they need some relaxing. And I think like a massage or some such thing would be very good for you. I'm seeing craniosacral therapy would be very good for you guys to release some of this trauma from past lives. I also did not mean to say from past lives, but they just put that in my mouth again. So I am seeing for some of you might have actually never been in love. This is karmic bleed through, and so this might need to be cleared through the body and not through the mind, okay? It feels very, though, heavy in my chest. Okay, Spirit, what does this group need to know about love and bringing in love? What do they need to know about their current circumstance so that they can bring in the highest, most loving partnership possible now? Thank you. This one wants to come out. Wow. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. And we have, my dears, another 7. Another 7 here. Now, with the 2 7s, that reads to me as luck. As luck. So I get the sense that you guys might meet someone in a very serendipitous way. That's funny. On the bottom, there's be peace. Be peace. So another group had this similar message about embodying the love and the loving energy that you want to call in. And so if you hear some noise in the background, that's my adorable little Simba scrunching some of the packing paper that was in her chewy box. But I digress. Okay. Dove Spirit. This really resonates with the lepidolite. Okay. Be the peace that you want your future relationship to embody. That's actually a very important message. But it does feel like something is shifting for you guys right now. Something indeed is shifting for you guys. And they want you to trust in that. And with the 2 7s here, it does feel like there is some kind of luck, some kind of serendipity in the way that you're going to meet your divine counterpart. Okay. And birds, because I see feathers on both of these cards, might be like a signpost or a signal that's saying your love is incoming. So watch out, you guys, because you might actually get a whole slew of birds, like on your balconies, on your windowsills, on your roofs when you come home. Yeah. Oh, and that is so crazy, you guys. Sorry, I just screeched into my microphone. My family always tells me I have to stop screeching when I'm in a state of joy, but I get very excited. Look at this, you guys. 3, 3, 3. Talk about angel numbers. So you have 7, 7, and 3, 3, 3. So if these numbers resonate with you and you believe that your divine counterpart is coming on in, drop a 3, 3, 3 or drop a 7, 7 if that resonates with you. Freedom is yours. So like they were saying before, I absolutely believe that you guys have been through it. Okay? You've needed to protect yourself. With the 3, they were showing me the 3 of Swords before. The 3 of Swords can be real heartache. Okay, what I felt earlier in the reading, real heartache. Some of you might actually have been in a third party situation. Not my usual bend to that card, but they're saying that to me. Okay, some of you might have been in love with somebody who was married, might have been married and been cheated on, and so on and so forth. Okay, but now we're moving into the exalted 3s. Okay, freedom is yours. It's time to free yourself of those, cords of that energy, of those people, places, and things that made your heart hurt. Okay, now you're starting to embody it. You're starting to embody freedom. Maybe some of you are Aquarians, or maybe your ascendant is Aquarian, or you've got a lot of Aquarius in your chart. Okay, because your birthright is freedom. Okay, what else, Spirit? So, if they release these previous relationships, if they work on nurturing their hearts, they show themselves self-love, okay, and they really start to trust that divine love is coming in. They start to embody the peace with which they want to experience in their future relationships, okay? What then is going to happen? Interesting. So, we have another 7. Magic works through you. Okay, we've got the 3 7s here, and we've got the 3 3s here. And then we have the number 8. Okay, so magic works through you. They definitely want you to embody the energy of the love that you want to call in. This is actually very important for you guys. Then, flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. So, wow, my heart is starting to beat again with this card. A very dear friend of mine just asked about love as well, and this message came up for him in his private reading. Some of it is about not accepting in a surrender, or not surrender, but like disillusionment or giving up, but allowing yourself to be in the space between being in a relationship that no longer works and, on the other side, being in the relationship that you want, which is the space that you're in right now. So they want you to actually allow yourself to blossom, I'm hearing, to feel joy, to feel peace, to feel love in the space between. They really want you to, I think they said this at the beginning of the reading, to really get to know your personal energy signature and to get very clear on who you are without all the ties binding you to all of these other people, loves, even family members. And I don't know why. So again, birds, okay? They're bringing it down even to your style with the flamingo spirit, like some kind of funky style I see here. He kind of has like a little mohawk here with his cute feathers here, and what a little adorable flamingo this is. So there is something about knowing yourself that is very important in you bringing in love. Are you wearing the clothes that really embody you? I'm hearing some Venus spirit here. Where are my Taurians? Okay. There is something in this message very important about you being who you are and living in your energy signature, knowing who you are and being in your energy by the way that you dress, the way that you speak, the way that you look, the way you show up to the world. And really, they're showing me like a peacock opening up his feathers. I don't know. That's called something. If anyone knows what that's called, will you let me know? It's called something when a peacock opens his feathers. But they want you, like, if you could see my body, I'm doing like a little dance. They want you to like show off to the world your brightness, your feathers, your beauty. Let yourself be seen, let yourself be heard. Okay? Embody your personal vibe, your personal spirit. Then, second to that, embody the energy within which you want to experience your next relationship. Okay? And do not call from your previous relationships wherein your heart might have been broken. Okay? It's going to be a whole new energy. Why? Because in this new relationship, you're going to feel free. You are going to be free, like a horse. I just heard like galloping off into the distance. Like, it's like you will find your divine counterpart when you feel the most unadulterated expression of you, the most authentic version of you, which to me is the flamingo, which is like a bird all his own, all her own, all its own, all their own. Embrace this in between, and the spirit is promising. I'm not really saying that, but I hear we promise, like, if you do this, you will call in your divine counterpart. But I don't really want to say that. I will just say that just be who you are and embody the greatest love that you want to call in. Embody that spirit as if they were already here. If that guy, girl, person showed up at your door right now, are you ready? Are you ready? Is everything in its right place that feels good to you? Is your home a beautiful manifestation of what you are, or your clothes, your hygiene? I'm even hearing, okay? The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you're living your life. This is what they want you to do so that your love can find you, because your love is right around the corner. Okay, this was a very auspicious reading with a lot of signs. So let me know if you see some birds, guys. I want to know, because I feel like you're going to start seeing birds real quick. Maybe some feathers, but I feel like straight out birds are on their way to you. Okay, and drop that 333 if you want to claim this reading. Okay, or drop a little flamingo down below if you're someone who has a very cool personal style. I love that. I love people having their personal style. All right, my dear ones, with so much love, I send you so many blessings. If anything resonated, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And please subscribe so we can stay connected. And I wish you so much love. And I send you, all the best on your journey in love. Until the next reading, take very, very good care.